What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sang, and today we're gonna get into a video from Jubilee titled "Her Family Hates My Religion. Should We Break Up? The Dilemma." Let's get into it.
Are you facing a challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for people who are seeking advice, willing to be vulnerable, and anonymously sharing their dilemmas on camera. Click on the link in the description below and share your dilemma.
I love my girlfriend, but her Christian parents hate that my family is Muslim.
Ooh.
Should I break up with her? Yes or no?
Okay. Loves his girlfriend. She's Christian. Her family hates him and his family because they're Muslim. Should they break up? I think we need more context to this. So, like, okay, yeah, you're Muslim, but, like, are you an American Muslim or you're, like, lukewarm about everything? Or are you, like, super into your faith where you have to follow everything down to the T, which means your girlfriend's going to have to also subscribe to that if y'all were to ever get married? There's a lot going on here. So... also, at the end of the day, it's not really the parents' decision. Like, it's the girlfriend's decision if she wants to be with you or not. I understand family does play that part because a lot of us would be like, oh, my family doesn't like you, blah, blah, blah. But we need more context. So let's get into that.
We brought together a group of strangers to help an anonymous person make one of their toughest decisions.
My girlfriend's family does not like my background. It's affected my mood, it's affected who I am, and it's affected my ability to love.
After hearing the group's advice, which choice will this person make? This is the dilemma.
I think they're all going to go to no. There's not enough context behind this. It's just that they hate you because you're Muslim. Like, what all goes into that?
How long have you been with your girlfriend?
9 months.
What do her parents have against Muslims?
So we live in a really tight-knit community. Our families know each other through mutual friends.
Okay.
But back in her family's home country, Christians are a minority population, where Muslims are the majority population. And minorities are not treated the best. So they have some prejudice because they didn't grow up in the US.
Have you had any backlash on your family's end?
My mom is okay with me being with her, but she doesn't prefer it.
Have you tried talking to the parents?
I've tried to ask her to set something up, and she did ask, but I have not met her family because they refused to meet me. One time, I did almost get to talk to her mom. When her mom came to drop her off, I waved at her mom, but her mom just walked away.
Are there any concessions you're willing to make to stay with her?
I'm not sure because I'm Muslim and such, but I'm so young that I'm really just trying to figure myself out right now. So it kind of feels like an attack on my family and not necessarily me. Even if I became Christian, I think it's really, they just hate my whole family.
Okay, so when I said lukewarm, it sounds like he's lukewarm more so than his family. It sounds like his family practices it more than he does. That's still not enough to really go off of. I think her parents are just holding on to some crap that happened in their country, but they're not in their country anymore. They're in America. So if he's accepting and his family is accepting, I don't really see what the problem is. Another thing is that, it's been 9 months. So that's not a super long time. I mean, I guess in the beginning stages, that's long, but that's really going to be a battle. If her family don't mess with you like that, it's really going to come down to her. It's going to be like, do you want to, would you cut your family off for me? And that's a hard thing to ask somebody after 9 months. Especially if you ain't really feeling it like that. I don't know. That's kind of... but if it's going to be like this, probably should just end it for real and move on. Because that girl would have to cut off her parents to be with him. And at that point, it's going to have to work. Y'all going to have to be together for life if you make a decision like that.
Based on the information that you guys now have, does anyone feel like they want to jump to the yes side?
I don't think any of them are moving.
Yeah, let it go, bro.
Oh, I'm shocked that anybody moved. Yeah, I would have moved too. I'd have been like, let that go.
Can't even be treated with like respect. Like, you've been together almost a year and nobody's even said hi to you. Like, that's not even basic decency. So I was like,
Yeah.
oof, that doesn't really seem like it might be worth your time to really invest in.
Yeah.
To what extent does her family's view of you impact your relationship from your perspective?
It definitely is something that looms over the relationship.
I bet it is.
A really timid person, so whenever this comes up, it really shakes her. Sometimes she cries, sometimes we just can't go out anymore. And it definitely impacts how I feel, because it makes me think, like, am I doing this for nothing? Am I gonna dig a deep pit like 3 years from now, and then like I'm gonna try to marry her and her family's gonna say no?
Has your girlfriend expressed her priorities in terms of maintaining a long-term relationship with her family, even if it compromises her relationship with you or vice versa?
She believes that over time, our relationship may work out, like maybe even into marriage. Her family obviously is first, but she's willing to make some sacrifices. She would maybe get kicked out for a few months or something like that.
Are you in love?
I would say, yeah. She's like my first girlfriend. We kind of were friends before. I think at a certain point, it kind of clicked for me. It's just a different feeling, and it's a different type of care.
Okay. I get how if that's his first girlfriend, that heart, like, it's you gonna love hard. But the thing is, if she gets to that point where she just like breaks down to cry and y'all can't really go out no more, it's looming over your relationship. Her parents don't respect you. It's looking like she's not gonna cut them off. She talking about I might get kicked out for a little bit, but they'll bring me back. She's never gonna truly cut her parents off for this dude, and that's what is gonna have to happen, because like her parents ain't ever gonna accept him. If he ever says let's get married, they're gonna say no. Yeah, cut your losses, my man. This ain't happening. Yeah, the more questioning gets done, now we got 4 in the box.
The more questions that were asked, the more it kind of seemed a little bit one-sided. It seemed like he was trying a little bit harder than she was. I've been on the girlfriend side a little bit in terms of not wanting to share everything. That wasn't healthy, and that was a sign for me that it was time to end things if I am not able to be fully open and fully honest and fully fight for the person that I love.
The narratives where you felt like him having to force something out of her, it feels controlling. I think that he's his first time being in love, his first time kind of being chosen, and so it makes you fight harder for that, but again, it has to be reciprocated.
I actually might disagree. It's the opposite. He's the one that's being controlled, because how her family feels impacts when they can go out, if she's gonna be upset or not. And I feel like over time, that is so detrimental to his person. Like, I don't want him to feel like he has to change who he is because of how other people feel.
I actually disagree with that. I don't feel like you're being controlled. I come from an immigrant family, and a lot of my friends do, and having those initial conversations, let's say even like cultural differences, religious differences, is really hard. I've definitely had a lot of tough conversations with my parents, and it's not been easy, but I've felt the fruitful end of like having them understand who I am, understand what I've experienced in this country, which could be very different from what they've experienced, and I think it's worth the effort always.
Yeah, but the thing with that, you have to really force it and get into that argument with your parents. It don't sound like his girlfriend is doing that at all. He said she's super timid and she just cries and gets upset and then nothing happens. So like, just because you was like spearheading it on with your parents, like, no, this is how you gotta understand, blah, blah. It don't sound like his girlfriend's doing that at all. Yeah, cut your losses.
I think at the end of the day, it matters about how much family is important to you guys. I think that if family is both of your guys' number one priority, it might not work out.
I totally agree. With your mental health, how is this affecting you? And if it is affecting you in a very big way, then that's when you have to leave. Just because you're Muslim or Christian or race or whatever, you shouldn't be judged. Oh, that's just who I am. I can't change me, you know what I mean? And that's the same for him. I don't want somebody just to change who he is.
I know some people who are in the exact same situation as you. One of my close friends, their parents' families don't get along with each other at all. And their marriage is great. They have 4 kids, and I've seen the way they interact with each other, and I know that they don't regret their marriage at all and sticking through it.
I feel like there is potential there.
Yeah, but it don't sound like both families hate each other. It just really sounds like her family has the issue. It don't sound like his family has the issue at all. I mean, he said his mom's cool with it, but they would prefer if he was with somebody else, which, yeah, they probably want him to be with a Muslim girl. That's really probably what it is, because mom's probably just like, I don't care, but you wouldn't be having this issue if you was just with another Muslim. Or at least a family that just didn't give a crap,
If you do have the opportunity sometime to meet them, that will kind of help you decide whether or not you want to stay together based off of the actual in-person experience of seeing them.
He met her. He said he waved and said hello, and the mom was like, and kept stepping. He met them already. They don't like him.
Love is a very powerful thing, and you can't really just let the ideas of your parents get in the way of something that you truly feel passionate about. You can't just give up on something without giving it a full chance.
Yeah, but the girlfriend got to do that.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling a little bit more conflicted, but I'm feeling also like I have new insight. I think I'm 60-40 because I know that one decision can hurt me a lot.
It will.
And the other decision could still hurt me, but in the long run.
Yeah. It's basically, do you want to feel the pain now or feel the pain
This
later?
is the biggest red flag.
Yeah.
This is, do they accept me for who I am?
This is my culture, this is my tradition, this is my heritage, this
My
is my family.
I feel like they're just now deciding that they do want to commit to each
Yeah.
other. Because, it does take a minute.
It does.
So I feel like they still have a chance to work through things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't let your parents' beliefs dictate your whole life.
This whole topic's been about the family.
It's not about the love.
That should be the focus. She's gonna have to choose him every time, forever.
And she's not. He wouldn't put up with conflict.
That's what I
There
said.
wasn't something worth it at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he loves her.
Yeah.
I don't think she loves him enough to choose him over her family.
You deserve to feel seen and heard and loved and safe. And it feels like right now you don't feel all of those things, and you guys are young, and we want you to have time to get out and potentially experience other people and other things to know is this a one-time feeling with this one person? And if you consider a breakup and you guys break up and you're supposed to be together, you'll find your way back. And maybe things will be different then with the family or you, or your priorities will change. But as of right now, it feels like you should consider a breakup.
Instead of going away from it from a standpoint of right now things are not the way they should be, I'm going to end it, I see it as it's also our responsibility to educate and teach our parents. And I see your relationship as actually something very beautiful, because within 9 months you're facing conflict, and facing this conflict not only helps your guys' relationship, but it also, I think, would really benefit her relationship with her parents, because it's really important to have difficult conversations in order to progress forward.
Yeah, but the girl has to do that with her parents. He can't do that. That's not his family. She has to do that. I'm kind of like the one girl. She said he's young enough to move on, and if he is young, because we obviously can't see him, it would be better to cut losses now, because it's easier to move on the younger you are. It gets harder the older you get. The dating scene and everything. You're tired of people. You don't want to be heartbroken again. It's way easier when you're younger, to snap back and jump back into the dating pool. But yeah, That everything she's saying is correct, but that's not on him. That's on the girlfriend, and that's not happening.
Steven, can you just tell us right now how you are feeling?
Yeah, tell
I've
us, Steven.
Gotten a reality check into what I need to do. I'm leaning towards a decision, but I don't think that I'm super confident.
All right, where y'all think he about to go? I think he's going to break up with her. However, this is his first love, so he's probably also going to say no. I'm going to go with yes, but he's probably going to say no. Yeah.
I think asking her to really push and really try to meet them, because she has shown effort into wanting to be with me. So I don't think it's something that I could just cut off without even trying.
All right, what happens? We about to get the update.
I talked to her and I told her that I needed to meet one or both of her parents soon, but she was nervous about it, and it's something that she wasn't really planning on doing soon. I actually did end up meeting her mom, and I talked to her mom for almost an hour, basically.
Did your girlfriend say anything to you after the conversation you had with her mom?
Yeah, she said that her mom liked me, but it's just she was still wary about the whole idea of any type of guy. Getting advice from these people really helped me. I needed the encouragement to be able to do something that I would have otherwise never had the courage to do. And I'm hopeful for the future.
Okay, so hold on. He talks to the mom for the hour. He says it goes well. He talks to his girlfriend about it. His girlfriend says that she's still wary, but of any type of guy. So it sounds like you being Muslim was just an excuse. It just sounds like she doesn't want her daughter to really talk to any dude. Wow. What a waste. That makes me wonder if the daughter knew that. If the daughter really knew that was like the pinpoint reasoning and not like the BS excuse. I'm still kind of wary. About that. He said one or both parents, so that means she does have a dad. So he still never met the dad. I don't know. As somebody that has had to deal with a dilemma before, and it's just like, do you cut it now or cut it later? Cut it now, bro. don't even waste time cutting it later. Cut it now. And we're just gonna leave it at that. But if you want me to react to more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a video. I try to drop 2 to 3 every day, and if I don't, I'll let you guys know on my social media, and those links are in the description box down below. So until next time, you already know who it is. It's Sang.